Welcome, everybody. This is Carolina Di Domenico. I'm glad to be here at our third day of meet and greet here at Eurovision 2022 in Turin. So I'm ready to introduce the first delegation of the day. They've reached 100 million streaming with one of their hits, despite it was released when the streaming platform was not invented yet. So please welcome the Rasmus. Hi, guys.
Hello.
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 Please.
Yes, please.
Make yourself comfortable. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Are you there?
Hello.
I am Paul. So, guys, you started playing music in 1994, and the way of listening music has really changed. I mean, from CDs to streaming platforms. So, what do you think about it?
I love it. I personally think it's great that things are available for everybody, and I don't mind having all the music in my pocket.
Okay.
It's really nice. But it's true, times are different. I think back in the days when we started, maybe because there was less music available, so people, when they bought an album, they were listening to the one album, you know, like really.
They made a choice.
Yeah, they kind of made a choice, and now it's so easy to skip songs and just go to the next one. And so it's changed a bit.
Yeah.
So I think the reason that we have so dedicated fans from the past is this is the reason, because they were really like, that was their only CD or something like that, you know. So they were super devoted for us.
Would you like to say something? No.
Yeah, well, I think the same way. It's good that music is accessible, but I think I somehow prefer the time when you used to listen to a whole album. And I was really happy to hear that my daughter, who is 18, like she's actually listening to a whole album of Radiohead, for example. And
cool.
we were like, oh, that's the album that I used to have
when
when I was a teenager. I used to listen to the same.
Okay, let's start with the questions. Hello from Ask Word Club. How long have you been preparing your performance for Eurovision, and what is the meaning of the big balloons on the stage?
Well, the whole thing started last summer when I got an idea, when I wrote the first version of the song, and I sent it over to the guys and said like, hey, I have an idea. Let's take part of the Eurovision. And that's pretty much how, when I sort of, my mindset was like, I was kind of set to get here, you know. It's been a long way. We first had to go and win the national finals in Finland, which was a tough competition because all the artists were great, and we really had to fight for this. But it's been like a nice 6-month journey towards this moment, and it feels really, really wonderful to be here, especially after the COVID times when we were not able to play anywhere. You know, last time we played a real concert was 2020 in Mexico City, and there was basically nothing after that. So this feels really like something, and it's nice to also be nervous and excited about something. I think, really having a good time here.
Okay. Hi, the Rasmus. This is chat from Let's Eurovision. You're amazing, and my question is, which of this year's Eurovision songs would you like to cover?
Oh, that's a good question. I've been actually listening to some of the artists. There is really a lot of good artists here with great songs, and I'm very proud that we can be among these other musicians. And for example, in Greece they have a great song. In UK they have a good song. In Sweden.
Sweden resonates. I like that song, and I like her. She's great.
We have a lot of questions, so I move on. From Spain, you're a part of Dynasty crew. Could you please tell us about the musical scene in Finland and how does the crew affect it? If you're still part of it.
Yeah, well, it was to begin with. We called it. It was like a group of friends. We used to call it the Dynasty, and some of us we have these Dynasty tattoos, and it was 15, 20 years ago. It was like a band collective. We had different artists in the same group of friends, and those were good times. Myself, I've lived now in the US for the last 7-8 years. So I'm not so much in the Finnish scene at the moment. I kind of more maybe think globally now. But I really enjoy going back to Finland and feeling that kind of a vibe that is different from anywhere else in the world. I think there are a lot of rock bands coming from Finland, and maybe the climate or the surroundings create this kind of music that Finnish people always have it like a notch louder or a little bit darker or somehow, otherwise it would feel lame.
Hi guys, Emma from Broadway Ward. A lot of performers are superstitious. Do you have any superstitions or little rituals you always do before you go on stage?
That's a
Why you're laughing?
That's a nice question because somehow Eurovision and having this stage that is like maybe the most viewed ever music performance, so you should be a little bit superstitious in a way to make it like extra perfect. I think that's a nice question. I don't know the answer.
So you don't have rituals?
What do you feel?
What about you?
We do have a ritual
Okay.
that we do every time just before we get on stage. So we definitely have to do it here as well.
But you don't want to reveal us?
No, it's a big secret.
Okay. Okay. So let's move on. Hello there, Rasmus. Roxana from Destination Eurovision. Welcome to Eurovision family and congrats with your first rehearsal. Where do you get your inspiration for making music? Who and what inspires you the most? Also, with whom of this year's participants would you like to collaborate? Best of luck.
That was
So many questions. Let's start with the first one. Where do you get your inspiration for making music?
I think as an artist, you're always observing things, and I think it's interesting to meet a lot of people in this job of ours. We get to travel and hear people's stories, and it's about people always somehow. That's what makes the cities memorable or a night to feel like something. So it's about people. And their stories, and of course how you relate to that, and your own stories, of course. But I think I've written so many songs that I've sort of told everything about my past already for like 3 times. So it's like, for me, it's great that I can talk to somebody and have a new perspective on things. And it's like I wrote this song just 3 days ago. I had Ukraine in mind. It's really painful things that are happening there, but at the same time I really wanted to write a positive song, just to sort of like
Hope.
for the hope, and like to I was thinking like you have to have something, you have to fight for your life every day, and especially they are in a very bad place there, so that you just can't give up
And not taking things for granted, maybe.
Exactly, yeah, like. Every day is precious.
Who and what inspires you? That was the second question of that girl.
I think that in a way we are also somehow we have a little bit of the Scandinavia thing in us. Like we are kind of minimalist in some way, like in the design of our music. Maybe you can say like there is a certain kind of Scandinavian minimalism.
Okay.
Yeah, we play rock, but I've been inspired by Björk, for example.
Of course.
Icelandic.
You have a tattoo too?
Yeah, I have a tattoo inspired by Björk, and she's not really my type of music, though I love her albums. I always bought them and been a big fan. But I'm inspired by her personality too, like everything she is, and that can be also one way to be inspired.
With whom of this year's participants would you like to collaborate? Always from Roxana.
Oh, I really like the energy of this Sam Ryder.
Yeah.
Like he's such a good singer, and he's got quite a sparkly personality. Could be cool to do something with him. I don't know what.
Okay. Ben Robertson from Ask Insight. Jezebel is known to many scholars as the most wicked people in history. How was the song topic decided in the songwriting process? And what parts of the lyrics do you think touch on the story of Jezebel you want to tell?
I think, the name Jezebel came from the Bible. Like 500 years before Christ, there was a woman called Jezebel, Queen Jezebel. And I think it's very hooky. The name is great. And she was a very interesting person. She was very horrible human being, I guess. Like she was murdering and doing very bad things. But at the same time, she was very attractive and beautiful and seductive. So that's like just an interesting character from the Bible. But our Jezebel is really more about the modern girl or a boy, someone who's feeling confident, who's responsible of their own lives, and like just being maybe independent and rebellious and a little bit dangerous.
Hi there, Rasmus. Charlotte from Purple Radio in the UK here. A question especially for Ampu. The rock and the pop rock scene is quite heavily dominated by male presence. How does it feel to be a woman involved in rock music, and what advice would you give to any other women who would want to join a band such as the Rasmus and make an impact on the music scene? Best regards.
Yeah, that's a good question that I've been thinking a lot since I've been playing guitar since I was 5 years old. And unfortunately, there are still a lot of girls that hesitate to grab guitar or form a rock band, even though music should be like gender free and anyone can play, anyone can do it. But maybe there should be more like support from the like society and school. For example, I went to a school that has had like music classes and band schools and all that. So support from the environment is very crucial, so that girls would pick up instruments and play more.
Okay. MJ from Eurobus, how did you decide to do Eurovision this year?
I think the Eurovision was for us when Lauri presented the song or the demo of the song, and he presented the idea that, hey, what about going into Eurovision with this one? And for us, it was sort of like the idea that, okay, maybe in this COVID time, we want to do something fun. We want to do something different. We want to try something that we haven't done before. And, you know, this is something that we haven't seen, and we would like to learn it. And we have a good song, and we like to be part of the bubbly environment.
Hi, Julian from France. You are a well-known band. Do you think it could be an advantage or an inconvenience in the contest? France loves you. Best of luck.
Thank you. I think it's an interesting angle that we have a history as a band. We had a huge hit 2003 with In the Shadows, and a lot of these countries that are taking part of the Eurovision Song Contest now, we had a #1 song. So I'm curious to see like if that has any reaction to the people sort of, you know, waking up the beast. You know, maybe it has like a nostalgic level to it. But I think bands are always measured by their latest song. The past is past.
Yeah, it's all about the song you bring, I guess. Simon from Polish Radio Newsletter. Question to Lauri. Your family resides in Hawaii. How you combine your music career now with that? And are you following American Song Contest by accident?
Yeah, American Song Contest, it's on, and I have some friends who have got some songs in it.
Okay.
It's interesting to see how it's going there. I live in Hawaii for the last 3 years, and it's a special place. I really like the nature is so beautiful, and the feeling, the island vibe is kind of special. It's very far from anything else in the world. A little bit too far, maybe. It takes so long to get there. But I've been really enjoying it. I don't think it's anything that's going to be permanent. It's just a little fun adventure at this point of my life.
Okay. From Europhile Australia, how does meeting your fans inspire you? And how are they very unique Eurovision fans influencing your music now?
Well, we just played these pre-parties in Madrid and Amsterdam, and it was super nice to get a little taste of what's to come here of the Eurovision fans. They are so fanatic about everything, and the feeling in the room was really like accepting.
Doesn't matter. You have
Yeah,
to
like-
pay for that, but it doesn't matter.
I'm not surprised. It wasn't the
He's
first
always
time.
looks like things like this.
Yes.
That's so typical.
Oh,
Things-
really?
things
I was
usually-
actually waiting.
Things usually break in my
It's
hands.
gonna break towards the end of this interview.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot what I was
No,
saying.
no problem.
The
Let's
next
move on to
question.
the other one. I'm from Ask Beat website. Can I ask Empu how does she feel about performing in Eurovision a year after joining the band?
Yeah, well, there's been a lot of changes in my life. I think, well, I said this in the national selections in UMK already that I kind of feel that it's easier to do this with the band, even though I'm new in the band, but this whole Eurovision thing is new for us all. So we're kind of the four of us together experiencing something new for all of us. So if we would have like gone for a tour first, then those guys would have known what to do, and I would be the only newbie. But here we are all newbies, so I think it's better this way.
Dear Rasmus, we are Focus Eurovision from Turkey. What was the job you wanted to do as a little kid?
I wanted to be a chef.
A chef?
Yes.
Or do you cook now?
Yeah, I'm very good.
You're very good at?
Yes.
Is it true?
That is true.
Okay.
He's really good in making good food.
And you?
Which is, no, I want to ask you which is your favorite dishes too.
Pasta, of course.
You cook pasta?
No, I could make a good fish,
Oh, okay.
maybe.
Okay.
Or poke. That's Hawaiian.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I'm not actually sure. I think that at the time when I already started thinking about like what should I do, like I was already drawn into music so much that it was like, hey, I love music a lot, so maybe I would be doing this.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a big dream to become a firefighter and help people. Then I realized when I was maybe 15 that I'm this small. I'm not that tall with big muscles, and I couldn't. So so I started to play the drums instead.
Yeah, I said that I started playing when I was 5 years old, so I never got to have any other dreams. Well, if I could, I would be a cat.
A cat.
Yes.
Okay.
Good choice.
Okay. Hello, guys. Christos from OGAE Greece. If you could choose to sing in Eurovision another song of yours, of your discography, which one would it be, and why?
That's an interesting question.
Never asked before.
Yeah.
Rakkauslaulu.
In
Yeah, we
Finnish.
have this one song in Finnish.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Et oo koskaan sanonut mulle rakas. Et oo
Oh, it sounds so
koskaan
good. Maybe we should do this.
Yeah, well, we haven't practiced that one in a while.
Okay, so would you mind to sing just the refrain of your song, Jezebel, of course?
No,
No?
we only sing the Finnish songs.
Okay,
Et oo
so another one.
koskaan sanonut mulle rakas. Et oo koskaan sanonut, että sä välität. Jezebel.
I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
Are you confused now?
yeah, I am.
Me too.
Me too.
Because I don't understand the meaning of this song in Finnish.
It's
You've never told me that you love me.
Oh, okay.
It's like a silly song that we wrote when we were drinking some wine and we were 16.
16?
Yes.
Wow.
Can you drink wine when you're 16? In Finland, you can.
Maybe not, maybe not. So, but it's okay. It's okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
So
you.
enjoy Italy and good luck for everything. the Rasmus.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And the sound of beauty keeps beating. See you in a while.